Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper bringing you another official poll question setter for Patreon. You guys already know we are mixing our current poll questions with our Patreon submission sessions. So if you guys want to support the channel, get perks like first reads and like credits in your Patreon videos or whatever, come through here. I want to give a shout out to Spectre A, Greenlight, Joseph, Phoenix Man, Draglogia 5, and Mr. Steedwagon. Tatsu. Oh boy, supporting the channel. You guys have put in tremendous work, and things are getting a lot better, a lot easier, and able to do a lot more things because of your support. I really appreciate it, and with your continued support, we're gonna do a lot bigger things, a lot better things, sexier things too. Alright, bet. Let's get it started. So, for today's poll question, we could have done another one because there's a different poll question, but this one in particular has the most votes, and I wanted to talk about it because we're going to be using this video for me to elaborate, or at least expand upon what I thought about the whole dodging aspect. In the One Punch Man podcast that you guys saw about 2 days ago or a day ago, premiered yesterday, we discussed with Sundown, Kishin, and Tatsumaki the different possibilities and scenarios that could have occurred. If you guys want to get more detail on that and their different viewpoints that are pretty credible, check out that video. But you guys already know I don't like to start off by just bashing with my own opinion. So let's see what you guys are saying first. As you guys can see, tied for last place. Yes and no. She dodged the attack straight up. She tanked it without doing anything. Okay. So people do not believe that she just dodged the attack. And people do not believe that she just tanked the attack. Okay. The next least likely is after rereading, I'm just not sure what happened. This is the category where I think is the appropriate. So it looks like 10% out of the 189 people are participating are actually telling the truth. Okay, bro, the rest of these niggas are creditless as hell. Well, how you so big creditless like that, bro? Like, damn, bro. 1 second. Let me share this link real fast, and then get it pushing. Keep it pushing. Here we go. All right. All right. Then we get the two contestants. So losing by a pretty good margin. No, she dodged, but was grazed while having her glow shield on. So basically, this is the attack. This is Tots. She's dodging, but she gets hit by it. So attack's coming at her. Yeah, that was right. Like that. Yeah. She but just barely hits her and shit like that. But you would think even a graze would cut through her bit because of what just happened. But apparently, these niggas really think. They really think that, yes, the glow around her was her defense shield, that she tanked the Sairoti attack, an earth-cutting attack. It's as if these individuals think that Tatsumaki may even be able to survive Boros' attack. Not to compare the two, but they are comparable. Boros' attack is superior, or in canon is superior. This is nice, though. And y'all niggas are saying confidently, 47% out of almost 200 individuals are saying confidently that yes, she tanked it. I don't think she should be looking back behind her like that. I think the fact that she was in position like that it shows us that she dodged. Like oh shit, she's looking back at what just happened. Like what the fuck? But what contradicts that the waves are already coming back. So it depends on how fast that shit happened. Like how fast the thing fell back down. So let's get it started. We're already starting off with Spectre. What's Gucci, Papi Tulo? Spectre A says, IDK anything anymore. She was glowing, so there was a barrier. Her clothes were damaged, so she got hit. Guess she tanked it. crazy, bro. Maybe Mike could, but crazy, bro. Let me see. Then we got Phoenix, man. Oh, Gucci Phoenix. Phoenix says, I'm not entirely sure what happened. Panels don't make it obvious. However, it's obvious Tats isn't not tanking that without a barrier. What? It's obvious Tats is not tanking that without a barrier. And even with a barrier, I don't think she could defend against a beam with power like that for very long. Agreed. So I'm presuming she either dodged or tanked enough with her barrier to give her enough time to get out of the way. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro. That like it's in the way an obstacle as like a just a body in front of the attack. She gets out of there while it's still like bashing and like just radiating force and damage, and it happened to injure her and scar her in the way. So maybe you could say she tanked it. That would technically be tanking it, but like I'm not even sure if that's like that plausible if that happened. That's a lot. Or tanked enough with the barrier to give her enough time to get out of the way before she got cut in half. Her outfit is torn up, so it appears she wasn't able to completely avoid it without effort too. It makes you think, bro, like Will Fox is like interesting. Let me see if any of the other boys came through and Draglogia, here we go. It was Gucci, old boy. Draglogia says, to be honest, I don't effing know if she dodged or tanked it. She's an honest man. There you go, period. That's it. At first I thought she barely dodged it, but after rereading it, she might have tried to dodge it and got hit by it in the process. Hard to tell. But if I had to pick, it would be dodge. Not convinced she's that strong yet. Hope we find out next chapter. 100%, bro. 100%. That's my exact same stance. Like niggas are acting like it's not fucking a jump or a fucking exaggeration to like be saying that she tanked the earth cutter like this, bro. Like, you see evidence for that shit, bro. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Let me see. I think that's about everybody. Alright, Ben, let's start from the top then. So Santiago Garcia says, it has to be that she dodged it with the shield on. And I'm thinking too, bro. Gonzalo Montañez. Or Montañez? I think that's what it is. Gonzalo Montañez. He says, her left shoe and her right sleeve were destroyed, which means that she tanked the attack in the face. Fuck out of here, bro. Maybe, possibly. The King of Monsters Orochi, he says, until further notice, or we get some kind of redraws. I'll say she took the blast with the shield up, but most likely can't take the attack head on. Again, as you saw her on the defensive, dodging the attacks at the end of the chapter. Which is what I'm thinking is because I don't think it exactly correlates every single time in every single scenario where, like, if there's an attack that you, like, let's say there's an attack that you can tank, right? You can take an attack. That doesn't mean that you want to tank it every single time. So that's where this scenario would fall down, but, like, it's not like the opposite can't be true either. Case in point, Darkshine. Like, Darkshine could tank all of Guerrero's attacks, and he did. He literally did tank all of Guerrero's attacks. Every single one of them tanked. Once again, it's inconclusive, bro. Phil Batista. He says, oh, and no one's gonna say it? No one's posting those TN Tri-Beam memes? Nah, I didn't see the few of them, bro. Oh, yeah, J. Lil, you already seen this shit. Respect. Alright, danger card. My boy says, it's unclear what happened, but the only thing we can say with certainty is that she took little to no damage from that attack. I'd say most likely her quickly erecting a barrier would make a bit more sense, as she seems to have lost a sleeve on one side of her shoe, a sleeve on one side and her shoe on the other. We'll most likely see next chapter what's gonna happen, so it's better just to wait and see before jumping to conclusions, as it's still pretty unclear what this is going to play out, or how this is going to play out. A bit power scaling, but Fubuki did take Rover's blast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that did completely drain Fubuki. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Danger, bro. I think it shows that those psychic shields are ridiculously strong, and Tatsumaki would be even more ridiculous. So it makes sense that, or so it makes sense you could tank it like that from me at least. So some implications I was making, I was trying to, maneuver around the hype of Atomic and shit, because Atomic's faster than the shields, man. Atomic's faster than the shields. But Flashy might not be able to. Maybe, Danger. I don't disagree with you, but I don't agree with you, bro. It's got to be something like that. Where, like, you're creditless with an itty bitty credibility in there. Like it's like a platter of creditlessness with credibility sprinkled on top. Maybe even a side of credibility, because you did the top part from there was somewhat. It was alright. When he said Rover, bro, when we brought up the platter, bro, the whole platter bit like that. The Hongkos. Let me see. Amare Gatelier. He says, well, the laser definitely touched her since she lost some clothes, and she would have been vaporized without her shield, so I'm guessing it's the second answer. Yes, the glow around. Whoa. Boy. Alonzo Ahuda. My boy says, shoe from her left foot and part of her dress from the right shoulder are gone, which means she got hit directly. It wasn't a glancing blow, because it would have only singed one side of her. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, bruh. If I was to throw a splash of water at you, bruh, and you dodge it, it can hit you right here. Like, one splash can hit you right here, and then the rest on your right sleeve, man. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Like, you act like residual radiation, or residual heat, or residual beams from the beam couldn't have gone to her shoe, but couldn't have just like fuck out of here, bro. We saw how it was depicted, bro. Like, we saw from a faraway angle on the right side where Orochi would be, or side Orochi would be. We saw the attack was like this. Like, we saw its depth, what you want to call it. We've seen all the dimensions of it. We've seen also the horizontal cut that it did too. Like, we've seen the attack, bro. So like, to say that it couldn't have been a glancing blow, Alonzo? Like, this dick, nigga. This dick. Sigmox. Oh boy, Sigmox says, I think the beam just straight up missed her, because she wasn't aiming really, and then some of her clothes got burnt off by the heat radiating off the blast. It wouldn't make sense for her to only have that small portion of her clothes taking damage if she was hit by the full thing. We're all making strong assumptions, though. I also don't think she dodged it, because I want to downplay her. You did that. Thanks, dude. She might have dodged it, and she definitely didn't get hit by it. Yeah, bro. Because to get hit by that, bro, you gotta be Saitama or some shit, bro. Like even Rover wouldn't really be alright with that shit, bro. I think she tanked it, or excuse me, Anthony Hume says, I think she tanked it because her clothes were ripped. Were related. Her clothes were ripped or were related to her sleeves, ripped when the Orochi's dragon goo ambushed her. So this means that Tatsumaki has fast reaction to tank the blast. Fast reaction to tank the what, nigga? What does that mean, bro? Well, Fox Johnson, oh nigga says Tatsumaki either tainted or dodged it. So she either got a new durability feat or a new speed feat. Did you see how clean the cloud Psycho's cut stayed on her attack retop? Bro, nigga. Bruh. Man, that shit looks so raw, bro. Like, bruh. It was another panel, too, like the one where it fell down. Like, the water was, like, coming down from the top, and, like, you just see a cloud, like, a big-ass fucking cloud just right there, and then, like, just, like, dang of water, bro. Like, there's no proper way, there's no metric unit to properly describe that. There probably is. There probably is. Or I could use tons of a smaller one. But goddamn, bro. Goddamn, bro. All that water came down on top of the cloud, bro. You ain't never seen water do shit like that, bro. The attack was so fast, it lifted the land disc up. Big facts, nigga. Next we got Hero Hunter. That's it. My boy says she tanked it head on with her shield grim. It's confirmed that it only tore her clothes. Nigga, what's confirmed, bitch? Ain't shit confirmed, nigga. That's why we're here. Ain't shit confirmed, bruh. You cannot convince me that Tatsumaki just tanked this shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna need more evidence. I'm gonna need more context. We might not get it. We deserve to leave at least a sliver or 1% of hope because of redraws. Like, we're one of the few series that do that, so we deserve to have that 1% chance, even as a final last hope. Because we never really get, like, information or like, hints leading to a redraw. They just happen. So it could happen that we get more panels implemented into the sequence to give more context as to, like, what she really did. But it might not happen. It might not happen, nigga. So no, it is not confirmed. I will say this. One of the stronger points is the fact that her left shoe, I think her left foot is the one that has her toes open, and like the right side of her body, so it's contradicting sides, or opposing sides or whatever. Somebody mentioned that earlier too, and that's, it's hard because in anime, like, it's not uncommon to see like ununiform like displays of damage or like scuff marks in different places that don't necessarily correlate with the attack. Like, somebody can get punched in the anime and like you might see some scuff marks or their shirt rip on their chest or some shit like that. Like, it varies and shit. You see people like get thrown down or pushed or slammed and like, you know, they get up with debris on their face and their head and their body, maybe some their back is ripped, clothes are ripped, in response to that, to help depict like the damage that they received because of that, or like the fact that they're hurt. So maybe that's what this is. Maybe her clothes ripping aren't supposed to like, that doesn't make sense because it's usually a direct correlation to what happens, at least in One Punch. Like, if you block with your left arm, it's your left arm that has damage. And we've even seen people like send comments on Twitter or like post images on Twitter or whatever, Reddit, whatever, of like inconsistencies, like with like for example, like Flashy like having his sword in the Flashy fight whenever he lost it, and that was a drawing inconsistency, and then like he magically had it before actually having to go get it. So I think you can actually see that in the original or in the current draw for the Flashy fight. I'm not sure if they actually redrew it, but it's little things like that. So that's a strong point in the argument. I'll say that and I'll contest that. But the fact that the clothes are not on the same side, and the clothes usually directly correlate to what was the damage they received, that's a point of contention. Like, I'm not going to yield that to you, but I also can't claim that it just signifies nothing. Malco. It's good, boy. My nigga Marco says, if we look at how Tatsumaki lifted her base, it definitely seemed a bit difficult for her since you could see veins on her face, etc. So lifting the base with mid diff for her, in my opinion. Yeah, that wasn't like she definitely turned it up. She definitely turned it up. Like we saw something real. She was trying, but it wasn't an extreme. Like if you were to give 4 categories of trying, not trying, or like low diff, mid diff, high diff, extreme diff, or in terms of like how difficult it was, lifting the best I say with a high diff. I wouldn't say mid diff like you're saying. I'd probably say a high diff because of the whole depiction of like trying and effort and shit. And this would be an extreme difficult feat, but she doesn't look like she was extremely stressed by it. She looked like it was like an instant of awareness whenever she like said when she actually released the attack. Like she lit up, Tatsumaki's face lit up, her eyes were wide open, and like would have to do like the lines of like it's like speed or motion backwards. So you could tell that something was coming at Tatsumaki with great speed. So either that was trying to show us that Tatsumaki was gonna have to move rapidly with great speed, or the consequential panel of her looking behind her is like, no, that has to be dodging, bro. She's looking behind her because she just dodged that. She's like, oh shit, nigga, you did what the? She's like, damn, nigga, you did that. Like, that's what I think it is, bro. Let's continue to see what this nigga says. So lifting the base with mid diff for her, in my opinion. If we assume she blocked the blast with a defensive shield and seemed like it was no big deal afterwards, it would be quite inconsistent, since casually blocking that level of attack would be far more difficult than lifting the base. True. You would think that like facts. Yes, that's a good thing to point out on our side. That the inconsistency in displays of like physical effort. So whenever she lifted the base, she was displaying certain physical characteristics to display effort, but in result of this, we didn't get that same thing. And you could argue that the fact like she was so surprised, and like I said, the penalty described about the marks, speed marks, that could be attributed to equate to that because it's before the attack, just like the base when she made the face lifting base was before she actually lifted it, but it was also technically in the process of doing it. So I guess timing doesn't matter, but like I'm not sure if like after the fact should be the best time to compare these. So I don't know. It's hard to claim it exactly, but I will say that the fact that Tatsumaki made that like tough of a face as she was doing it or before she was doing it, and then the face she made here wasn't necessarily as like extreme, maybe barrel wise, sure, but like I don't know. It still merits extreme action though. We just need another panel, bro. We really need another panel for this. All right. Let me see. Also, if she blocked the blast, it would have made no sense for her to have only a little damage, since if her barrier held up, she would have taken no damage. Okay. And if it failed, she probably would have died. Therefore, the attack grazing her makes more sense. I like that last reasoning right there. That's what I was kind of going with. Not only she was looking back behind her and her facial expression, but yeah, her shields usually hold up where there's literally no damage to her. And whenever we do see shields break, like in Giro's case, they're catastrophically hit by the attack that's coming in. Remember when Tatsumaki threw that debris and like took off Giro's like the left side of her arm or whatever? Shield broke. Even if you look at how Tatsumaki is positioned, it looks like she barely dodged the attack. She literally looks like she's dodging in the panel, and the glow itself is just her normal Esper glow. She does have the normal Esper glow, but she's there all the time. But when she's lifting the debris, when she's lifting the debris to attack the ship, stopping the shells from attacking the ship, when she's flying, she has that glow all the time. But I'm not sure if like in other panels she had that glow. I'm gonna do like a quick reread to see if like the glow is like consistent with like other actions that are in combat sense. Because if that's the case, then she could have that as a constant defensive shield. It's not unreasonable to think that like she has that. That would be the perk of it, to have like a layer of like just constant defense on you all the time. Granted, she's probably fast enough to like use her thought to turn it on and as strong or as sturdy as possible in an instant. But it also wouldn't be crazy to have that on the entire time in battle, so you don't have to consistently think about turning it on or like having to be aware of incoming attacks to do that, because there's certain times where you're not going to be aware, or individuals or opponents may may stitch together attacks that you can't like reliably react to like consecutively. Like two people may be doing an attack that you can't really respond to that you may have to dodge, but you can't dodge now because you have to deal with this guy that's coming in. So now you're stuck dealing with the after effects or side effects of this attack that's an indirect attack, right? An indirect attack, an area effect attack like fire or whatever. Now you're stuck in a ring of fire, it's getting hot, but you can't necessarily get out because you got 2 or 3 guys that are jumping at you from the top, bottoms, and the left, and they won't let you go. A guy's grabbing on you with a. There's different scenarios we could talk about that we haven't necessarily seen for Tatsumaki, and they're not necessarily going to be like she's not necessarily going to be subject to those scenarios. But it doesn't mean that her strength makes her immune to any battle scenario. Like you can fight Tatsumaki. Giro did do that. I don't see a reason why she wouldn't have a shield on all the time. That's my argument against that. But like you pointed out, that the glow could be consistent with like anything, with her flying, her lifting something and bringing it to her. I think I saw the glow whenever she was like twisting like spoons or forks or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it could be either way. I don't doubt that she could have a shield on all the time. Based on these reasonings, I think she dodged the blast instead of blocking it ahead. Very, very good reasoning. Very good reasoning. I accept it and I support it. Facts. Or the right shoulder and left foot be dodged if she just grazed. It's not like her left foot is next to her right shoulder. She tanked it in a discussion. He mad! Stardust! Big mad! D-Lord F. Our boy D-Lord says, honestly not sure. A lot of people don't want to believe she tanked it. But if I had to choose, I'd say her barrier must have came in clutch, or she activated it after getting hit. But judging by her reaction and her position, she probably tanked it. But who knows? I like that reasoning too. I like that thought processing. Yeah. Alright. I see where you're coming from with that one. Alright. 1 second. Alright, bet. I just don't agree with the positioning part though. That's the only thing. Don't read that language, bro. Don't read that. So my nigga, it was Gucci, bro. My nigga says she definitely tanked it the same way she tanked the Orochi's dragons while Psychos was trying to fuse with them. Both attacks surprised her, yet she managed to tank them both without serious damage. I gotta reread because I think she got her shield up. Something like that. Maybe she tanked it. Yeah, maybe it is casual how she's dealing with some of these big ass attacks like that. Rereading that would really make this more acceptable if that is the case. Let's see what 12 responses. Let's see what niggas are saying, bro. It's if she had her shield when dodging the dragons. Yup. That was her aura. Yup. The same argument. Yeah, it's the same exact argument. We're not going to move forward by reading that. It was her actual shield. Oh, the circle thing around her, yeah. See what it means. Victor Estrella. My boy Victor says, if she dodged it, then her clothes wouldn't be torn. It's similar to Orochi's surprise attack that she blocked last second. Okay. Chubb or Crazy Gamer says, it's heavily implied that she withstanded it. If she dodged it, it would make it clear. I think either way it should be clear. Phoenix. And then finally, your boy says, if I'm honest, I got no fucking clue what she did. Though what I would prefer to think she had to have dodged. If she did block it, I mean she'd be able to take a released Boros, which I don't see being very likely, since when Psychos reversed the polarity of Tatsumaki's shield, she was already seeming to be taking pretty substantial damage. It's true. So if we were to say she withstood that literal earth-breaking attack, I think that would imply that the barrier she was trapped in was as strong as not stronger than the attack Psychos used. I thought it was just as like there was some kind of weird effect that like the more she struggled, the more force would actually be exerted onto her from within the barrier. That's why she couldn't necessarily break out. just reading your responses and like not only the inconsistencies in the responses that are like declaring that like, she's taking it, but like the strong replies from the individuals that are saying that they're unsure, it makes me say that I'm just unsure. And I'm leaning towards that she dodged it somehow, got grazed by it, or somehow avoided it with still making contact. But this didn't like solidify any viewpoints in my mind at all. It actually clarified some viewpoints. I do accept some and I'll uphold some, but I'm now standing by a viewpoint that like until we get more context to this, that it's just unclear exactly what happened. The only thing we know is that she's fine and dandy now. She's gonna keep fighting, and apparently, Sairochi just let off another one. So, we'll see what happens, man. This is getting fucking crazy, bro. With that being said, that's gonna be it for the video. Like I said before, if you guys want to support us on Patreon, Sigma. Hey, look. Hold on. I got y'all boys, man. I got y'all boys right here, bro. Right here, bro. Watch, look. Yeah. We could, Mike could low key do it, bro. It really low key might could be the case, bro. But it ain't gonna happen tonight, though. And I got you on the next one, probably most likely, though. All right. With that being said, though, support the channel, guys. If you guys want to also come through and support the stream and, you know, help the family grow, up the channel grow, make sure you check out the link in the description for the Discord, where we talk and discuss everything One Punch and everything anime and manga and just life in general all day long. We're there all the time. You can come and access me all the time there, too. And also, if you support the channel, then on Patreon. There's a bunch of different tiers, a bunch of different perks, a bunch of different privileges that you can get by supporting the channel. Yo!